My name is Clay Faunus. I live in Sunnyvale. We have neighbors who had solar. They talked to us about the benefits of it. In general, we made a shift also away from a gas heater to a heat pump. So we were using a lot more electrical, and we thought the benefits of the solar would pay out. We had a neighbor who used Infinium. We had other contractors come out and do interviews as well. The primary thing we were looking for was what we could get in terms of a cost-benefit analysis of what was going to help us. We went through a whole process of looking at where things could be on the house relative to the individuals who came out and helped us. We had an initial consultation with Ambrish, who came out, looked at things. We had an initial consultation then with another engineer who came out and assessed where we were at. The initial assessment was based, though, upon our decision to use a smaller battery. And later, we made a shift to a bigger battery, which means everything had to be redesigned. And that process went effectively good at telling us about what the technology requirements were going to be, how much electricity was going to get drawn into the battery, how much could be drawn off the solar panels. I mentioned to them again my interest in having all of the devices in one location, right on the side of the house. The original plan had been that the battery was too big, wasn't going to fit there. It had to go down by the garage, which means conduit would have had to been run through the attic and through. But when they came out to do the install, they said, let's look at the load on your wall, and you know what? We can put everything here. So they actually made a change on the fly, did the entire install and the change and everything in one day, which was great. And when we went from there, they showed me how to use the system, how to monitor it on my phone. It was really good. They were pretty upfront about how long that was going to be and what the gating factors were in terms of the approval by the city of the permit. The bigger battery really permits you to drive solar off of solar virtually. I would say 9 months out of the year. We're driving almost all off of solar because the battery stores from the light from the solar, and then we use that all night, and then in the morning everything restarts. You know, I'd say probably the key is it hasn't really asked us to do anything different in terms of lifestyle. If anything, in the summer we run the air conditioner more. But in terms of changes, no. The only thing is we're paying less for electricity, a lot less. Yeah, I'd recommend it, definitely. I think when it came to Infinium, their ability in terms of engineering things was really effective. Their ability to adapt to the changes that we wanted were really effective. And then what I really liked is when they came out and said, we know you want it one way, but you ought to look at it this way, and here's the advantages. I like the idea that they take the approach that we can give you more expertise that's going to give you better decision making. I like that.